Son, you know once you start, there's no going back.
I know.
This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Are you sure you're ready for it?
You can't control how good a day you're going to have, but you can control how weird a day everybody else has. Be the weirdest, most confusing, unhinged part of everybody's day.
I be feeling like a fairy, G. Like I'm just out here by the pond, the tree. I see swans, geese.
So to protect the baby and prevent it from eating a pod, the box deploys a 30,000 volt taser.
Here, right here. All your needs will be met.
I'm hungry.
In a minute!
Did you know having brain can cause brain cancer? Thank God, you are safe.
I love you. Snakes are not even scary. They're cute and good and snaky.
My monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
No. Silly.
We are now living in the first stages of the end of civilization as we know it.
Bella Venezia, tu sta per gondola. Bella Venezia.
My name is Spike Cohen, and I don't recall the First Amendment having a 2-minute limit. But anyway, I'm going to cut to the chase. I was at Faith, Hope, and Love on Saturday, and I watched them do what they do every single day, feeding people in need, keeping to, as your coding people called it, keeping the matters of the faith, the main commission that Christians have, which is to feed those in need and to help those in need. And for a moment, I had the same question that a lot of folks here probably have. Why are you punishing a man and his congregation for solving the homelessness crisis and helping those in need? But here's the thing, folks. I figured it out. You need a homelessness crisis. You want a homelessness crisis. You want these folks out on the streets and in the woods. You want them doing whatever they need to get by, and you want the public to become angry and fearful and resentful so you can sell them the solution. And if instead you let this man of God and his congregation fix the problem themselves, they're going to start wondering what they need you for. Now, at the base of what you're doing is a complete lack of respect for them as human beings, their lives, their livelihoods, their well-being, their safety, all of it. You do not respect them as people, you see them as objects. They are an opportunity for you to grandstand on your suffering, and the congregation is an obstacle to that opportunity. They are not things, they are people. You have two choices, and this should not be a difficult choice. One, you can just let this church help those in need and get out of the way. Or two, you can create the suffering you're creating, and I will personally make sure that everyone in this city, this county, this state, and this country knows who you are, what you've done, and the suffering you're causing. Your choice. My name
making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you, and now.
Hard to hear facts that I'm going to say anyways. The pharmaceutical companies are ensuring that you never get well. The banks are ensuring that you never get out of debt. The media is ensuring that you never know the truth. And the government, they're ensuring that they can all do that legally.
Meekness is not a lack of courage. In fact, meekness is the operation of courage in a particular way that is ordered according to God's will. I know I've said it before, but when they used to train horses to go to war, when a horse was ready for war, it was said to be meeked. It was meeked. It was prepared to go into battle because it no longer responded with skittishness. It was stable in the face of anything that came to it, and it was able to accomplish whatever it was directed to with confidence, with courage, and without hesitation. That is what meekness is. Meekness is the ability to restrain our passions and order our interior, and then to operate according to God's will despite what is exterior. To also restrain our anger and all of those passions, and allow God to operate and to work. Meekness is knowing when not to act, so that God might act. And in terms of meekness, then, we learn to control ourselves, and we gain a mastery over our interior. And when we have mastered ourselves, or as Scripture says, are faithful in little things, then we can be given bigger things. So those who are meek shall inherit the earth, namely those who learn to control and order themselves. Only then can you go out and attempt to order anything that is outside of yourself.
Where does it say that tolerance is a Christian virtue? Where does it say that tolerance is a Christian virtue? Faith, hope, and love are our virtues. Right. And we've got the theological virtues, we've got the cardinal virtues. We don't have tolerance anywhere among them because we're not supposed to be tolerant. The Bible tells us be intolerant of evil and love good. There's a difference between good and evil, but we can't be tolerant of what is not good.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to come up with a woke's list of virtues, like niceness is another thing that's never talked about in Scripture.
But do you deny that science cannot account for everything?
Yes, I do deny that science.
So what can't it account for?
Well, let me list 5. Logical and mathematical truths cannot be proven by science. Science presupposes logic and math, so that to try to prove them by science would be arguing in a circle. Metaphysical truths, like there are other minds other than my own, or that the external world is real, or that the past was not created 5 minutes ago with an appearance of age. Ethical beliefs about statements of value. You can't show by science whether the Nazi scientists in the camps did anything evil as opposed to the scientists in Western democracies. Aesthetic judgments, number 4, cannot be accessed by the scientific method because the beautiful, like the good, cannot be scientifically proven. And finally, most remarkably, would be science itself. Science cannot be justified by the scientific method. Science is permeated with unprovable assumptions.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt,